Whoops. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing awesome on this Wednesday evening. Give everybody a little chance to kind of just hop on here real quick. I know right now the stream's actually going out. Um, I know earlier we did a quick live stream, and then my internet went down here at the house, so we're gonna give this a round two. And then I also, since some of you guys were talking about scopes and stuff, I figured we take this chance to talk about oscilloscopes. And if we get some more people on, then I'll make sure to give you guys a quick little rundown on some scope stuff. So if any of you guys hop on here in a little bit, we'll be able to see some scope stuff and then talk about some of the cool stuff that we got going on here to kind of finish up the year. Excuse me, my voice is kind of being wonky here. Um, all right. So we'll give it a few more minutes, see what everybody's up to. Well, wanted to say again, guys, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Welcome. Again, this is Oscar Gomez from Master Automotive Training. Well, I just came on here because earlier today we were doing a live, and then I don't know what happened, but my internet went out, and it took a while for it to come back here at the house. So I figured, I'd do another live, kind of say what's up to you guys, and then at the same time, what I wanted to do, and you guys will be able to see it here, is I want to show you guys a little bit on the Picoscope. So I have my software here on the screen, and kind of want to walk you guys through a couple different things. Want to walk you guys through a couple different things here with the actual Pico. And again, this doesn't pertain just to the Picoscope. This is to any scope. If you guys are an avid scope user or just a new scope user, this is going to help you guys really see what the scope is set up and how it operates and all that fun stuff. And then also just kind of wanted to share with you guys some new gizmos and gadgets that I got. So I'll be trying those out and making some videos for you guys. Also asking for uh, from help from you guys to see what you guys are looking to learn. Any specific information, anything in particular that I can help you guys with would be super. Also, too, I'm gonna drop this here in the chat. If you guys are in the market for um, a TopScan Pro, I just put that in the chat there. That link right there is going to be active from Friday to Sunday. So this is normally $100 scan tool, and you'll get it for 79 bucks. So if you guys are in the market for a particular tool, make sure that you guys check out that link I just dropped in the chat. That link will actually help you guys get the tool at a cheaper cost. So if you guys are looking for that one, if you don't want the Pro, you can always get the Topdon Lite. And let me get you guys that link here. Earlier when I was doing the other live, I was letting everybody know that I was talking to Topdon to try to get you guys some good deals on some of these tools. So the link I'm posting right now on Amazon is again for the Topdon Lite. That one you can get. Again, these sales go into effect Friday to Sunday. So if you guys are in the market for a new tool, make sure that you guys check that out. So this way you guys can get some good tooling. So what I wanted to kind of do tonight, now that we got some people on, is I want to kind of share with you guys a little bit about the scope here. So what I'm going to do is bring that back up on the screen. So what we're looking at on the screen here would be my Pico. If you guys are not aware, Pico actually lets you download the software 100% free. So if you guys don't own a Pico, but you want to learn about the Pico, make sure you guys download the software. So go to picoauto.com. I'm going to put that in the chat right here. So that would be picoauto.com. And then do yourself a favor, download the software. You can download the Pico 7 or Pico 6 software, and you can mess around with it. Start poking around, see what you can learn from it. It actually has some presets already in it, and those presets let you, like right now, you guys can see I have a fuel injector, a voltage waveform, and a current waveform on my screen. So that right there is a preset that's already come built into the actual tool. So the first thing I'm going to do here is, if you guys notice, I have a trigger on, so I'm going to turn the trigger off. Then I'm going to separate these two waveforms, right? So as you guys can see right now, it's really hard for us to actually see what's going on the screen. So I went ahead and stopped my screen. And by stopping it, now we're telling the scope, no more capturing, just let it do its thing, right? And if we go back to our standard waveform, right here on the left, we have channel A, channel B, C, and D. So if I click on channel A is going to let me select the probe type. I could select the voltage scale. I could do AC coupling or DC, and I can invert the channel if I really wanted to. Now for probes, I could do a scaling. I could do a differential probe. So that would be something like a high voltage attenuator. That would be like if you're doing a fuel injector or an ignition coil. Here are our standard current probes that we use. The paddle probe for ignition, or the secondary one for spark plug wires, a temperature thermistor if you're using the WPS, or you can add or create your own probe settings. And for display, if you want to add a filter, this is where you would add that. And then you can change the color and change the scaling. Notice right here, this is my divisions per or time per division. So most oscilloscopes, when you guys are looking at them, they're going to be set up in this fashion, except for Snap-on. Snap-on is going to give you per screen, right? So if you're looking at a Snap-on and it says 20 milliseconds, that's for the entire screen. That would mean it's 2 milliseconds per division. So when you're looking at a scope, if you guys see these little boxes here, these are called gradicules. These gradicules are going to be your voltage vertically and then your time horizontally. So if you guys notice, I got 10 milliseconds per division, so it's 10 divisions across. That's going to give me 100 milliseconds for the entire screen. And my voltage is set to plus and minus 100 volts. So it's going to go from negative volts all the way up to plus 100. Now that's how Pico operates that. Every scope's a little bit different. Some of the scopes you might see that it's going to tell you it's per division. So you'll see, let's say for example, 100 millivolts, or make it easy, if you do 1 volt, that would be 10 volts for the whole screen. Okay. Now, when we're talking about time, it's really up to the technician on how they want to set it up. So this is one of the big deals when it comes to scopes, where I see a lot of techs get caught up. And that means that in their mind is like, well, how do I set it up? Should I use this? Should I set it up this way? Should I do it that way? And then that begins that confusion stage. But the main thing that I always say with scopes is your scope is just like your living room. You could set it up however you want, and you might not like the way that I set up my living room, and I might not like the way you set up your living room. But that's the same thing when it comes to scopes. Now, if you can set up your scope however you like it, then that's going to help you quite a bit be able to see how you are able to look at a waveform, how you're able to understand it, and you focus on that particular setup. Nobody's going to do it for you. So that's the beautiful thing about the actual scope. So going back here to my screen, one of the first things that I always do when I start with the waveform is I always increase the time. So if you guys can notice right now, I'm at 2 seconds per division. That's giving me 20 seconds for the entire screen. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because now I can see if I have any dropouts within this waveform, because I'm recording it over a long period of time. And what most technicians usually end up doing is they focus on a specific portion of the pattern and just leave it there. right? In my opinion, it's always best to look at the waveform and watch it over a long period of time. This way you could see if you're missing any part of that waveform at any one place, and then that can lead you in the right direction. Okay, so I always start with a long period, right? And then whenever I feel that I'm where I need to be, I can stop it. Then I can take my zoom window and I can zoom in to a small section of it, right? And then by zooming into that small section, then I'm able to see how this injector actually looks. But there will come a time where I need to look at it on an individual basis, right? The problem is you guys can see I got it at 5 millivolts, but my injector waveform is all over the place, right? It appears, disappears. So it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do here? So the next thing that we want to do as techs would be to use our trigger. So if you notice, I got trigger right here, this trigger button. So I have auto, repeat, and single. Now, I'm never going to teach you how to use auto, because the auto function, whenever something happens to your scope, or you no longer have that scope that has that function, you're going to be like fish out of water. So the best option here is to make sure that you guys are looking at your scope from a manual setup standpoint, and you're not doing it using the actual preset. Okay, so repeat, you're basically just telling the scope that you want a waveform to reappear consistently in the same spot, right? So that's what using the repeat function helps you out with. So if you guys notice, I put my little triangle here, or my little diamond, and what I'm telling my scope is on channel A, on a rising voltage over 42 volts, begin to record everything before and everything after that particular waveform. So those are instructions that I'm giving my actual scope, right? So again, what we're doing is we're making sure that the scope knows where I want it to begin to draw the picture. Now, another thing I could do is, if I want to capture it at a different spot, I could put a falling edge, right? And let's say, for example, I put it right here. That's a falling edge, right? Because you guys could see that voltage is getting pulled to ground, and when it does so, that's when I'm able to generate that particular waveform. So that would be a falling edge of the actual wave. Again, if I use rising, then it has to be a voltage that's going up. So typically a good injector has to surpass 35 volts for us to know that the internal windings of that injector are in good shape. So if we set it to 38 and we're able to capture a waveform, that right there basically is letting you know that you have a good injector. The internal windings of that injector are in good shape. Now, the other thing we can do here is, if you guys notice, we'll put the trigger away. We have another one called single. With single, what that's going to do is, if we have, I'm going to set it to 2 seconds, right? And I'm going to do single. So pretty much what I'm telling the scope here is I want it to do a single capture. So what my scope's going to do is it's going to capture the data for up to 20 seconds, because it's 2 seconds per division, 10 divisions across. Once it fills up the 20 seconds, notice what's going to happen right here to the running button. The running button now says what? Stopped. And that's because I put it on a single capture. So I told my scope, fill the buffer, fill the information, and then stop, right? So again, knowing the trigger settings is going to help you guys, especially like on a day that you're working by yourself. That's a good way that you can actually set up your scope. Set the trigger up to single, get a single capture, and then once you have that single capture, then now you can go back and zoom into it and be able to analyze that particular waveform, okay? And let me reduce the time. That was just an example. So, oops, I still have it on single. So we'll change that. We'll go to repeat. Now that I have it on repeat and I have my scope running, notice how the waveform is going to keep reappearing in a specific section, right? So I got it right there. So if you guys watched my video that I put it out a day ago, you guys noticed that I was talking about this. Well, one thing we could do with the scope, notice how I'm going to lower my time base. So right now I just loaded it to 2 milliseconds per division. Based off of that fact, we could see that this graticule is 2 milliseconds. So right now I'm assuming this injector on time is about 1 millisecond. So let's measure it just to be sure. And right there, what's our delta? 1.102. So that's telling me that this injector, the on time is about 1 millisecond, just like I was saying. And the reason why I was able to see that, hey Camilo, is because I know the graticules are 2 milliseconds per box. This is taking up about half the box. So what is that telling me? That it's about half, so it's 1 millisecond. 1.1 milliseconds is the injector on time. Okay. Now, if I go back to this and then I lower the time once again, notice how my, oh, let me get rid of my cursors here. Notice how the waveform looks a lot bigger. The only reason that the waveform looks bigger is because I reduced the time on my actual scope. So the scope now is a smaller time base, and that's why it looks a lot larger. Now, if I do that to the voltage, right, look how the waveform got larger also simply by lowering the voltage. The problem is notice how we're getting a channel over range. So that's letting me know that that channel is actually working over the maximum allowable voltage that I have set for the channel, and that's why it's going over range. So I'll go ahead and set that back to 100 volts, and then you guys are able to see that once again. All right, so I wanted to share that with you guys just so that way you guys could see what the scope is actually capable of, and wanted to kind of share with you guys some cool details of some cool stuff coming on. Nearsea. So this company Nearsea actually sent me this one channel scope. So we're going to be testing this out pretty soon. And then they also sent me this voltmeter with a scope that we're going to be testing out as well. So you guys are going to see that coming up on the channel. If you guys follow me on Facebook, if you guys follow the Master Automotive Training here on YouTube, you're also going to see some of it there. So we're going to be posting that up for you guys so that way you guys can see how good this tool is or what I think of the tool, and then you guys can make a determination on what you think, right? And also too, I know Black Friday is coming up, so if you guys aren't aware, you know, thanks to my family and for their support, I was able to make these books. This is Automotive Electrical. I have an engine performance book, an advanced engine performance book, and a live data book that I just put out. And those books are available for sale. They are going to be on a Black Friday special on our TikTok shop, our YouTube shop, and also on our website, which I'm putting in the chat right now. If you guys are looking for some good training material, make sure you guys check us out at masterautomotivetraining.com. Click on books, and then we have printed books, and we also have the digital ebooks that you guys can buy. There are going to be 15% off starting on Friday, from Friday to Sunday. So if you guys are interested in any of those textbooks, make sure you guys check us out. We're going to be helping you guys with that material. These books I've been writing for quite some time now, and it's all based off of my own personal knowledge, stuff I've learned, case studies, and all of that's intertwined. The best part is the way we designed these books is I made sure that I hit everything that ASC has to offer for the actual test. So if you guys are planning to take the ASC A6, A8, or L1, the material that you guys need to know for those actual tests are going to be part of my class. So you guys are going to be learning what you need in order for you to be able to not only pass the ASC, which is not everybody's goal, but it's going to help you guys also be very good diagnosticians with electrical engine performance. All right. Also, I put in the chat a little while ago, Topdon is giving you guys a great deal on the TopScan Pro. You guys know that I use this a lot, especially if you guys follow my videos. So I put a link in there. It's let me see if I can pin it. So the link that I put in there, that's for the TopScan Pro. You guys get it for, I want to say $79. So you're going to save 20 bucks on that actual tool. Comes with 1 year of software already. You can do up to 13 types of resets. It has immobilizer functions, live data, graphing, and it also has generic and manufacturer specific. So if you guys are looking for a good scan tool that's Bluetooth, iPad based, iPhone based, Android based, this is something that I would definitely recommend you guys get. I was asked the other day where I got this cradle from. I actually got this from Snap-on. Trying to see if there's a part number on it. Kind of hard to see. Uh, it's hard to read, but I got this little skirt here from Harbor Freight, and then I got these on Temu, uh, and just makes it easier to lug around, and then that way you don't leave it in a car. One of my techs left his in his car, customer's car, but we were able to get it back. So my techs at the shop, each one of them has one of these connected to their iPad, and their iPad is how they get their ROs and put in customer notes and all that fun stuff. So again, I just want to thank everybody, give everybody a happy Thanksgiving Eve. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoys, has a great time with their family. Hope you guys are doing freaking phenomenal. Again, I wanted to share with you guys these amazing deals. Make sure you guys take advantage of these. 79 bucks. And then if you guys are looking for automotive books, we got them in English and Spanish. So we'll take care of you guys with that. Make sure you guys take full advantage of them. You're going to get 15% off. And as always, whatever you guys buy from Master Automotive Training, our student store, all that money gets put back into labs. Right now, we're actually putting money aside because we're trying to buy a Tesla drivetrain and some Tesla components for our EV hybrid class that's going to be coming up next year. So all the tools and everything that we sell, that's what that money is actually used for. Upgrade our equipment, send instructors to training, send people to training, all that fun stuff. So however you guys can help us, that would be freaking amazing. I know from the last live I did about 2 hours ago, we had some people purchase some textbooks. So I really appreciate you guys for doing so. I also had some of you guys reach out to me on Facebook. So thank you guys for that. You guys are awesome. As always, we do this for you guys. Master Automotive Training is here to better the automotive industry, one technician at a time. This starts with you guys. So all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you guys want, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you guys want to see some more scope stuff. I could definitely try to put up some other tests for you, so this way you guys could see what else, some waveforms. This way you guys can let me know what you think on the Pico here, and then we can go from there. So if you guys want to see anything in particular, ignition, a particular sensor, anything like that, let me know in the comments, so this way I can bring it up on the screen and then kind of walk you guys through the Pico screen, what the waveform looks like, and then that way we can kind of discuss it. Earlier today we had a really good discussion. We had somebody come on and was talking to us about a Volvo that they were having a problem with, and between everybody in the actual group chat, we had a great conversation about how we could help them, and gave some ideas on what tests they could run and stuff like that. So again, if you guys want to see, I got my Pico up. So if you guys want to see this particular waveform or anything, let me know in the comments, so this way I can put that up for you guys, and we can discuss it. I know it's 9 o'clock on Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, but we can still have some fun, kind of look at some fun stuff, and kind of chat a little bit. I always like to come on here and just talk to you guys, because again, if it wasn't for you guys, man, we wouldn't be where we're at. Master Automotive Training wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be training people all over the world and the US. So I want to get back, and this is the chance to do so. Again, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for giving me the time to be here today. So whatever we could do, guys, let me know. You guys want to see anything in particular, go ahead and drop it in there so that way I can see it, and then we can go from there. What do you guys plans for tomorrow? What do you guys got going on? Are you guys asleep on me? What's going on? I know it's Wednesday, it's late. You guys are all probably just chilling. No, nothing in particular you guys want to see on the scope? Anything I can help you guys with? Anything you guys want to discuss? Nothing? All right, guys. Well, I just want to come back on because I know earlier we had that huge problem with the Wi-Fi and stuff. So I just wanted to kind of come on here, say hello once again, kind of let you guys know that I got my stuff up and running, and wanted to share with you guys some of the cool stuff, some of the cool tools, and then also kind of show you guys what we could do with the Pico, and then see what you guys wanted to see, if there's anything in particular you guys wanted to see or anything like that. And then okay, hey, sorry about that, guys. I'm just getting these messages here. Okay, so let's see. How's your tool hooked up to the vehicle? So, Ratchet, right now, I don't have it connected to an actual car, man. What I do have is this is a demo. So, what you're seeing is what's coming up directly from the actual, what you call it? It's a saved waveform. Andric, I'm going to check those books out any day you have tú en Spanish. Sí, sí los tenemos en español, como ahorita tenemos electricidad en español, diagnóstico, también vamos a tener diagnóstico avanzado y lo que viene siendo datos en vivo. So, sí los tenemos también en español. So, ahí los tenemos. Where can I sign up for? So, the class in Downey, you guys want to call the office and they'll be able to get you guys signed up for that particular class. That class is going to be January 24th from 8 to 4 p.m. Launch is going to be donating some equipment that day. So you guys, there's going to be a scope that's going to be donated. So if you guys are looking for a particular one, you guys can get that from you guys will, anybody who attends, sorry, anybody who attends is going to get the opportunity to win that free launch scope. So why not? The last class we did in October, launch actually donated 4 scan tools, so 4 attendees took home scanners. So you guys can't go wrong. Chris, what's up, my friend? Got the ebooks, great stuff. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the feedback. Anything positive is always a good thing. So thank you so much for that, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, guys, just wanted to come on here. Earlier, I was doing a scope capture. So if you guys want to see anything with the oscilloscope, make sure you guys let me know. I can put my Pico software on the screen. And then after that, you guys can let me know anything in particular you guys would want to see, any scope captures or anything like that. I could definitely get those put up there for you guys. Then also too, if you guys are just joining, Insri sent me this little scope here. This is a 1-channel scope with a signal generator. Then they also sent me this DVOM with 2-channel scope and signal generator. So I'll be making some videos on those. Making some videos pretty soon on those. Then also too, if you guys are looking for a scan tool, Topdon just hooked it up for you guys. They actually sent me some links. So if you guys are interested in purchasing a TopScan Pro, I'm about to put this in the chat here. You guys can actually buy it for you get $20 off for that actual scope, and it's actually a really good tool. Hey Louis, how's it going, man? Welcome back, bro. So I'll put that here for you guys on the YouTube side. You guys also see that TopScan Pro is usually $99. You get it for $79 with that code, starting Friday to Sunday. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure that you guys let us know. Ratchet, yes sir. I see the tag. How can I help you? Um, Again, guys, I wanted to kind of wish everybody a wonderful Thanksgiving. I want you guys to make sure you guys enjoy the time with your families. You know, unfortunately, some crazy shit going on in the world, but I want everybody to be 100%. Love you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, MAT wouldn't be around. Rod Romero, hi, how are you? I'm doing great, sir. How about yourself? All right. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sorry, bump. Ratchet, you're fine, buddy. You're all good, man. You're all good. So kind of taking this time, guys, to see how I can help you when you have in class. So Rod, I have, it depends on what class you're looking for, buddy. I have, right now I'm still teaching advanced engine performance here in person in Rancho. Um, and then starting January, we're also doing a diagnostics class, a emissions class, and then on the 24th of January, we're doing a full day scope class in English in the city of Downey, and then we're doing a Spanish one el 25 de enero, el sábado 25 de enero va a ser una de español de osciloscopio en la ciudad de Downey. So we got those classes coming up. Um, from the 956. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us, buddy. I appreciate it, man. From saludos or blessings from the 909 from Southern California. Thank you guys for coming on here. Ours was last month. Enjoy your holiday. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. You were actually one of the first to purchase books, man. So thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. You guys don't know how exciting it is to work so hard on a project and then see you guys be thrilled and purchase it, man. It's awesome. It's warming and it helps me realize that we're making a good impact on helping you guys out in the industry. So I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. So guys, I have my Pico 7 software loaded. If there's anything you guys would want to see, let me know in the comments so this way I can share with you guys. Again, just wanted to kind of let everybody know it was cool today because this came in the mail. So I'm really excited. I feel like a kid in Christmas. So I got this stuff that I'll be making some videos on for you guys, letting you guys know my opinion on those tools. Hopefully they work very well because you guys know I'm all about scopes. I love scopes and lab scopes are my thing. I teach them all over the world. So if I like them, you guys know that I'm going to talk really highly about them. If I don't, then I'm going to let you know my opinion. This one's actually pretty interesting because it's super small. I'm not going to take it out of the package today because I'm going to do an unboxing video, but look how small this thing is. That's small. So it's kind of like my U-scope in a way. So we're going to see how well that turns out. My plan with these tools is I'm going to open them up and just go at it. I want to see how user-friendly they are, and we'll see that see how good they are. Sister Fister, hello, you man. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Marvin, I do. I actually have the A6, A8, and L1 classes online, and I also have the textbooks for them. I was letting everybody know that Friday, actually, there will be a Black Friday special on all the textbooks. These books I wrote because they go along with my classes that I teach in person here at the school. So if you guys come down to California and you guys take the my A6, A8, or L1 class, I wrote the books for them. And then I also wrote the classes for them. The way that I design my classes is they're outlined according to what ASC does. So this way, one, you're going to learn what you need to know to be able to diagnose and repair cars on the field. And then two, it's going to help you guys pass and get ready for the actual state test. So advanced level diag, the bigger one works pretty good. I used it today. Oh, sweet. So I'm going to check it out. I'm actually pretty excited to test these bad boys out. So it should be awesome. Marvin, so I do have the classes online. I also have them in person. If you go to our online portal, Let me put that in the chat here. You can actually sign up for my online classes. You can get a 3-day free trial. No credit card required. Now, if you want to buy the courses afterwards, you definitely can. All you need to do is put in a credit card, and it's 19 bucks a month, and you have unlimited access to all the classes, all the handouts, all the worksheets, all the quizzes, everything that go along with my classes. So they're the same ones that I teach in person. The only thing that doesn't come with it is a hands-on, but other than that, you're going to get everything that comes with it. How can I get the book? So Rod, what you want to do, buddy, is you want to go to our website, which is masterautomotivetraining.com. And then once you're there, you can click on books, and then in books you'll see printed and digital books. You can pick whichever one you would want. Rando, advice on taking the L1. So the L1 for me is a mixture of the A6 and A8 put together. You're going to get some wiring schematics. You're going to be doing referencing. So you're going to be looking at a reference book or the composite vehicle book. So you got to look up service info and then diagnose the car. You need to be really good with wiring diagrams and scopes. Also, 5-gas analysis would be in high demand when it comes for the L1. Snap-on, Ukaipa, what's up, bro? Hell yeah, man. Hey, whenever you're in Rancho, come on down. Stop by the school, man. I'd love to see you and say what's up. Do you have classes for beginners? George, give me some more examples, buddy. Are you looking for beginners like general mechanics, or are you looking for beginners like entry-level tech? Like, talk to me some more, bud. Give me some more info on that one. Lou, I use Delmar books, but I've been wanting your books. Louis, appreciate that, man. The Delmar books are cool. I don't really recommend them because it's more of a Q&A. So if you want to memorize questions and answers, that's not really going to help you with the test. So I'd much rather teach you the fundamentals you need. So this way you can apply them not only to the test, but you'll be able to apply them with anything that you're actually doing. So it's always a lot better to learn the material more than just using a Q&A. So if you guys have followed me for a while, I always talk about that. I would probably, instead of Delmar, I would probably push you to the motor books. If not, I would also recommend my good friend and mentor, James Halderman, would be another book. But the ones that I wrote are the ones that I've been using with my students for a while. And they also have case studies that I've done and personal experiences of stuff we've fixed here in the shop. So it's a lot better because you're going to see real life stuff. Do you have all of them there? So yeah, Marvin, we do have we have not all of them, but I have the A6, A, L1 right now. I am working with my team for A4, A5, and hopefully we should have those up somewhere around March. And then we're just going to keep adding from there. So we have that coming. As I was telling the group earlier today, it takes me a while because I run the school, I teach at the school. We have an auto repair shop. And then I also, the L1, it did take me a while because of the same process, right? Jose, if you guys know who Jose is, he's one of my lab techs and assistant instructor here at the school. He's also my shop foreman. So typically he's doing diag work at the shop. I'll help him remotely. And then from there, we put case studies together and then we develop classes and all that fun stuff. So I do most of the development and writing of them. And that's why it takes such a long time because it's me, right? It's me doing most of that work. So it does take me a while, but we definitely do get that done. And then we really pride ourselves on what we teach you guys. I've had some guys come in, particularly one right now. I have one, he's been to other technical schools and he's taken my diagnostics class. And he's like, dude, I didn't learn not even 1% of any of this stuff in the previous class I took. So it gets me really excited when I hear comments like that, because that means that we're teaching you guys what you guys actually need to see, not stuff that's really not important, right? So when we're writing classes and when we're teaching stuff, we're always asking ourselves, is this something that's going to help you fix a car? If the answer is no, then we're not going to show it to you, right? Like I make a joke when I teach automotive electrical is, I don't sit here and talk to you guys about protons, neutrons, and all that stuff, and that there's 6 billion electrons flowing through a circuit, because how's that going to help you fix a car? But I will show you how the amperage is going to be different based off of the resistance of the circuit and how much voltage is available and the voltage drop in the circuit based off of the resistance. That is important because that's going to help you fix a car. So those are the things that how we differentiate what we teach, because we focus more on the aspect of, is this really going to help you fix a car? Mr. Ortega says, I had a hard time studying for the test. Talk to me, man. Like, in what part? What part did you have a hard time? And George, for mechanic. So for mechanic, we do have those classes. Those classes are going to be in person though. We don't have them online as of yet, but we are working. Jose and I are working on that. Hopefully we can get those online for you guys in the near future. But as of right now, they are in person only. Always working. Do you have audiobook recommendations? So George, I don't. The only thing that I could recommend would be like my YouTube videos, and then just play them in the background. My website team and I are working on audiobooks for my A6, A801 textbooks, but don't have a date of when that would probably come to fruition. But we do have a plan for that, and we do have that written as a goal. So pretty soon we should have that ready for you guys. So this way you guys can also see that fun stuff there coming from us. So that way you guys can be listening to it and going along with it. George, we're located in Rancho Cucamonga, so we're at 92. I'm gonna put it in the chat right here if I can spell today. So that's our address right there, George. We're about 45 miles east of Los Angeles, so we're not too far from the LA area. And then we have Spanish. We have classes in Spanish and English. So whichever you prefer, we got you guys covered. And talk to me, guys. What else can I help you guys with? What's going on? Thank you guys for being on here. How did you guys hear about the MAT? How did you guys hear about what we got going on here today? What brought you guys over here? Yes, sir. Let me get that for you. Marvin, there you go, sir. Thank you. Always love seeing your content. Love seeing new ways to diag. Oh, George, you're welcome, man. That's why I love what I do, because I'm able to show you guys quick little tips and little things. Just the other day I was talking to another tech, and we were talking about some basic stuff, and he's like, "Wow, man, that's some high tech stuff there." And I mentioned to him, I was like, "Well, that's kind of basic stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, for you, because you do it consistently." So one of the things is, since me and Jose, we're constantly doing a lot of these tests and running these scenarios, or running into situations that most techs probably won't run into, we're able to see this stuff and either develop a test or remember a test that we learned in the past, or a way that we might have diagnosed a car in the past, and then we're able to apply it, and then that helps us really be able to then break it down for you guys, so you guys can apply the same thing. And that's why I make these videos, and that's why I always ask you guys too, like, what's something you guys would want to see, right? Because I can make all kinds of different videos, but if they're not going to help you, then what's the point? For me, I'd rather make you guys a video that is going to be beneficial and helpful, than to just do a video that I think is going to do good, but in reality is not going to help you guys a bit. So for me, it's always best to do one that I know is going to help, and that's why we do what we do. Manuel, saludos de San Jose. Thank you for everything. Really appreciate it. Manuel, muchos saludos. Gracias por estar aquí presente hoy. Recuerde que si no los ha comprado, tenemos los libros en venta. Los libros de electricidad, de diagnóstico, también diagnóstico avanzado y de datos en vivo. Por si se lo ofrece Manuel, ahí están esos libros y también chequen nuestra comunidad en línea para que pueda ver todas las clases que tenemos uh, en inglés y en línea, en vivo y también las clases que ya están pregrabadas. So, asegúrese de checar eso también, Manuel. Muchas gracias por estar aquí presente hoy. So thank you guys again, and can't wait to use these. If any of you guys have actually used them before, let me know what you think about them. I can't wait. I'm gonna actually compare this one more to my U-scope. We'll see how they pan out just a little bit. If you guys know, I like to look for these different types of tools because then this helps me. Con mucho gusto, Manuel. It helps me be able to show my students more affordable tools, right? When I got started in this industry, if you wanted a scope, probably the only person other than Pico, because it wasn't around then, would be Snappy, right? So if you wanted a scope, you were getting it from Snappy, and that was gonna set you back a pretty penny. Like when I started scoping, it was with the MT2500, which was the Vantage Pro. And then from there, the shop got the Modus, right? So then I started using the Modus. The shop cost on the Modus was like $8,000 back in the day, so it was pretty expensive. So you really had very limited options on where you could get these tools. Now you got stuff like this for $100, so you can't go wrong. There's no excuse why you shouldn't be using it, even though most guys are like, "Oh, I don't need to use a scope." Right, but we have to, right? This should be part of our arsenal and part of what we actually do. If you guys follow the shop on TikTok, I actually did a video on a car that we diagnosed that went to another shop and they weren't able to actually fix it, but we were able to get it diagnosed, get it back on the road, and all it needed was a fuel pump. So using the proper tools, having the proper training can really help you guys diagnose a lot of these crazy cars. The controls took a bit of time to figure out, but it works fine. I tried on Cam Crank and Cat Network. Sweet! That's basically what I was going to try it on. I was going to connect it to my bench power supply to kind of get a good reading. And then I have the Snap-on demo boards, so I was going to try those and see how the waveforms look. What I was telling the group earlier today was that I'm not going to be like some of these guys on YouTube that are going to take this and break it down to a molecular structure, because we're automotive technicians. We're not engineers, right? We just need them to do stuff like cam crank, be able to get a network on it, be able to do secondary, primary ignition, do a current ramp, stuff like that, alternator ripple. That's what we needed to do. And if I'm able to do that as good as maybe my Pico or maybe my Autel MP408, then I'm going to be sound as a bug. I'm going to be super happy with it. I'll be content to actually promote it and speak about it. But if it can't do basic stuff like that, then I'm probably not going to talk about it. So you guys will see some videos on it once I start messing around with it. The voltmeter, I'm going to put it side by side with two other tools, my Fluke 1587 and my Snap-on DVOM, because those are my two go-to ones, and they're the ones that are probably the most stable. So I'm going to compare those side by side and then see how they're measuring, and then we'll go from there. I'll give you guys my honest opinion. That's what I told the company. You guys send them down. I'm not going to bullshit people. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion. Like, if you guys look at this one, it has a 48 mega sample rate with a 100 million bandwidth, which is freaking phenomenal. The only issue is it's a 40 volt input, right? So that's the key thing when it comes to scopes. You guys need to understand what are the limitations of my tool, right? Because if we're testing a fuel injector, right, average fuel injector, when the magnetic field collapses, needs to surpass 35 volts. So the average injector is going to be around 65 volts. If I hook this up to an injector, when that injector turns off, it's going to fry the channel. So we need to understand what are the limitations to my tool, what can my tool do, what can my tool not do, and how can I get around my tool not doing it. Like on this one, I can still use it on an injector. The only thing I need to use is an attenuator, right? So we'll throw a 20 to 1 or a 10 to 1 attenuator on that, and then we'll be able to get a waveform out of it. So no biggie, no big deal. The voltmeter one is actually pretty cool. It has a dual time base. Excuse me, dual time base. That's only the ATS. This one's a dual channel. Has 10 nanoseconds to 20 seconds on the time base. That's freaking crazy. It has a rolling display. Does this one have rolling display? Doesn't say. We'll find out. Then it also has a 1 mega ohm impedance. Perfect. Has a sample rate of 250 million samples a second. That is similar to Pico. So we'll see. We'll see how good it stands up. So if you guys want to see some specific testing using the scope, like I know the last time I did a live the other day, somebody was asking about doing some videos on amp probes, how to use an amp probe, where to use it, and stuff like that. So I already got that on the list. I'll be making some videos on that. I might make them with these so that way you guys can see them. Also, just let you guys know, second week of February, if you guys are anywhere near Alabama, I'll be teaching out there. And then I'll also be the last week of March, I'll be out in the Texas area. I think we're doing 4 or 5 cities in the state of Texas. So make sure you guys follow the Texas 2-step because we're going to be out that way teaching as well. May 4th and 5th, I'll be out in the Charlotte area of North Carolina teaching as well. So if you guys are in that area or know anybody in that area, make sure you guys let them know to keep their ears open for upcoming classes. January 24th, we're going to be in the city of Downey. We're going to be teaching a class up there. So that way you guys can see it's going to be a full day scope class. And it's also going to be sponsored by Launch, and they're going to be giving away a scope that day. So it's going to be pretty cool. Let's see. Adrian Digital Basement reviewed a version of the small one. Diagnostic home computers worked pretty good for being inexpensive. Looks awfully similar. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same one. Yeah, this is a DSO 510, so 152. I think the 152 is the red board, right, with the little screen on it. Might be. Turning wrenches and diagnosing seems to be getting harder every day with all the costs associated with it. Is going solo the only profitable way to stay in the field? Not at all. I like your screen name, by the way. Here's my take on it. At the shop, my techs don't buy any tools. And the reason why is because if you're working for me, you're making money for me. So why should I expect you to buy the tools, right? So perfect example, just scan tools alone at the shop. We've got about 8 different scan tools and we got about 12 different scopes. Hand tools, we buy them. Ratchets, sockets, you need them, we got it, right? So yes, it is getting harder, but with proper training and proper coaching and mentoring from shop owners, I believe techs can still make a good living and make a killing of a living if they're working at the right shop. So my thing is always look for a shop that values you, that appreciates you, and that looks at you not as a money generator, but as part of the team. And as long as you play as part of the team also, and the shop takes care of stuff like this, then I don't see the industry going down the hole. Is that every shop owner? No. Some shop owners don't give a flying rat's ass, but most of the time, we as shop owners need to step up and be able to take care of our techs, right? Let's see, George Ortega, what is the fee for hosting a class? So George, if you want to send me a message, man. So that's my website there, George. You can send me a message. That'll go directly to me, and then we could talk more about it, and then we could set something up. Marvin, I would love to go out of VA. Shoot me a message through my website, and then that way we can check something out, man, see what we could do. We can always set something up and head out that way. I might be in Super Saturday next year. We'll see. Not teaching at Vision because I had to decide whether Vision or that week in Texas, and I chose the week in Texas. I get to hang out with a bunch of great friends and great educators for a whole week, so I chose that. This year, I achieved my goal of teaching at Vision. I taught 3 classes in Vision. One, I taught over 100 instructors on how to teach. So it was an awesome event, but I would definitely enjoy being able to see you guys out in different parts of the country because I just love it, man. Again, I always tell you guys this, but if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And thanks to my mentor, Don Wilson, who lives in Texas now, um, I would have never thought of being an educator. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today. So I'm here to give back. And if I can definitely help you guys in any way, make sure you guys reach out and I'll do the best I possibly can to help you guys. The yellow one. Chris, DSO 152. Now you got me looking, man. Let me see. Sorry, I got my kids and stuff are going crazy. No shit. Yeah, they do look super similar. It's probably the same one, man. See, that one's specifically automotive. This one's not. This one's just a portable handheld oscilloscope. So we'll see. I'll definitely check out that video. Chris, thanks for sharing that with me, buddy. I'll check out that video and we'll see if they're the same or not. Because that now you got me thinking. um, so great questions, guys. Earlier, man, we had somebody come on and they were having problems with the card, asking some really good diag questions, and everybody jumped in to help out, man. So it was freaking awesome. I just loved it how everybody started pitching in. That's freaking awesome. Um, so um, just to touch base with you guys again, if you guys are looking for a TopScan Pro, I just got an email. If you guys were on the live earlier today, I was waiting for TopDon to get back to me, but they just sent me an email earlier while I was at the store that they are going to give you guys a discount if you guys are looking for a TopScan. The TopScan Pro is usually 99 bucks, but if you guys are wanting one, I'm going to put the link right here in the chat. It's 79 bucks with that link. So that way you guys can get a killer discount on the TopScan. If you guys follow my content, you guys know that I use that damn tool a lot. I use it so much that each one of my techs has one. And it's connected to their iPads. So make sure you guys check them out. It's a really handy tool. I really like it. It has 13 reset functions. It does immobilizer, and then it does manufacturer and generic, and it's connected via Bluetooth. You cannot go wrong. So it's a great tool. If you guys are looking for one, I put that in the chat there so that way you guys can pick one up. And then also too, just to let everybody know, we got our my pride and joy right here. These books over the last 6 months I've been writing them. So it's automotive, electrical, engine performance, advanced engine performance, and live data. We're going to be having a sale on those books. So if you guys are looking for those, make sure that you guys check out our website, which is masterautomotivetraining.com. You guys can pick them up starting Friday. It's Friday to Sunday. You guys can pick those up for 15% off. So if you guys are looking for some books, make sure you guys check those out. Chris, you mean the yellow one, bro? This one right here? I got it off of Snap-on. Let me see if I could make out the stupid part number. Let me see. It's because it's yellow, so it's really hard to see. Oh, sweet! I can see it. All right, let me put the part number in here if you wanna. So the yellow cover is from Snap-on. Even though this is not a Snap-on dongle, it works. Our Snap-on guy was kind of like, why do you guys need 5 of those? I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to pay for them either way. So I just put the part number in the chat there for you, Chris. If you need that, bro, just shoot that over to your Snap-on guy, and he'll be able to get them for you. I think they're like 29 bucks. So it's not too crazy. It's not an expensive investment, but they work really well. And then the little tags, I got them on Temu. So you just go on Temu, and then you could pick one of those up. That way, when it's dangling right there, you make sure that you don't lose. That you don't lose your tool. Even with all that stuff, I had one of my guys leave it in the car. So just be careful. Always double check your equipment. Make sure you got everything. Make sure I give you the right number. EAC 0120L49A. Yep, and that was it. Yeah, it's supposed to be for the Zeus. For the Zeus dongle, but we use them for the top scans. It works. My guys were going to 3D print one, but that never happened. So we're stuck with these for now. But hey, they work. Can't complain. Right. So what are you guys up to? What crazy shenanigans are you guys up to right now? My battery's dying. Well, guys, I really appreciate everybody being on here. Before I take off, thanks. You're welcome, Chris. I got you, bro. I know it's getting late. It's already 10 o'clock here in California. And my laptop's about to die. But is there anything specifically I can help you guys with? Anything you guys want to touch base on right before we finish off for today? Being that it's Thanksgiving Eve and then tomorrow's going to be Thanksgiving. So I wish you guys the best. I hope you guys have a great and awesome Thanksgiving. Damn, one nice and early. When I was writing the books, I was staying up to like 2, 3 in the morning and then getting over around 6:37. So yeah, I know how that feels, man. So I want to thank you guys from myself, Master Automotive Training, the whole team. Thank you guys for, let's see, details on book content. Sure. On which one? We have automotive electrical, engine performance, advanced engine performance, and live data analysis. Which one did you want some more info on, buddy? Meanwhile, I want to thank everybody for being on here. You guys are awesome. Manuel Lopez, thank you, man. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Myself, everybody from MAT, Master Automotive Training, we all wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Again, thank you guys for being part of our growth and being part of what our mission is and our drive to help you guys. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys always coming up and saying, hey, you know, can you help us out with this? Can you help us out with that? And again, if it wasn't for you guys, man, we wouldn't be doing it. So really appreciate that. Appreciate all the support from YouTube. Appreciate you guys always coming on the lives and putting in some great feedback and always pushing me and the guys to actually do more for you guys. So really, 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 really appreciate that. And seeing here from 664, haven't got back to me, buddy. You were saying that you wanted some more details on the content. Do you know which book you were talking about, 664? Oh, and by the way, you guys know you can download the Pico software for free, right? I got that running here on my laptop. So even if you guys don't have a Pico, you can download the software, start messing around with it, so that way you can start learning how to make the adjustments, how everything works, and it's gonna be super beneficial for you. So 664 for the L1, that one covers everything from general engine diagnosis. Then day 2 is, I just did day 2 with my guys the other day. Was fuel delivery system, then ignition systems, emission systems. Then we talk about um, 5-gas analysis and diagnosis. So it covers everything that ASC wants you guys to know. And I cover it in a way where it's field applicable and it's not just a Q&A textbook style. You're actually going to learn what you need to know, not only to pass the test, but more importantly, to actually be able to apply this stuff out on the field. So that's why I spend so much time on that book. That book is actually being printed right now. So if you guys do buy that book, I'll be having those books in my hand hopefully by about Wednesday or Thursday, and then they'll be in the mail by Friday. So because the last batch of books we ordered, you guys sold them out like in 2 days. We ordered another batch, but our printing, the company we use for printing actually was taking too long, and due to the holiday, well, it gets pushed back. And we have them both. You can get either a physical copy or you can get ebooks. Um, you can buy them if you go to the website. I'll actually drop the link in there for you right now, so that way you can go directly to it. If you go to that link I'm about to put in there, you can get the ebooks or you can get the printed books, whichever you prefer. Um, and if you do buy the ebook, the way that's going to work is once you purchase it, then since nobody's in the office tomorrow, any ebook purchases that come in tomorrow, I'll probably grant you guys access to them. So that way you guys can start reviewing them over Thanksgiving break while the family's arguing about stupid stuff. So you guys have access to that as well. Yeah, check them out, man. They're all there. And then I'll also put in here, excuse me, if you guys are looking into our online classes, remember our online community is freaking awesome. The way that our online community works is it's free for 3 days. And then if you like it after the 3 days, you could purchase it for 19 bucks a month. So 19 bucks a month gives you access to all the classes that I have on there, all the handouts, all the tech worksheets, all the quizzes, all of that's on there. Plus any new videos that we're going to be doing live, you have access to those as well. So it's always a good idea by being part of the actual group. And I'm constantly, about once a week, I'll put a article in there. Like this week's article was on some recalls that are out right now on some newer vehicles. So we're always posting information up there to keep you guys up to par, keep you guys up to date. And then beginning in the year, I'm gonna be doing a video, a short 1 hour session, lunchtime session on different sensors. And then those will be live. And if you can't attend live, then you can always watch the recording of it, and that's all part of your actual membership. So if you guys check those out, I put those links in the comments there for you guys. So check them out. Tell me what you guys think. And as always, guys, we are here to better the automotive industry one technician at a time. This starts with you guys. Everybody from Master Automotive Training, we love you guys. You guys are the reason why we exist. And I want you guys to enjoy, have a great Thanksgiving, enjoy your families, have a lot of fun, eat some food for me. If you guys have tamales, enjoy one for me on my behalf. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much. And I will be talking to you guys soon. Again, if you guys decide to purchase any of the books or anything like that, we really appreciate that. That's going to help us fund our labs and purchase new equipment for the EV class we have scheduled for next year. So thank you guys so much for being on here. You guys are freaking awesome. Oh, let me see. Do you have a video on A5 brakes? I take my text next Wednesday. Damn it. I don't, bro. Shoot me an email, SL. So I just put that in the shoot me an email, and I might have a video that might be able to help you. So shoot me an email there, and then I'll see how I can help you out with that one. It's not the full A5, but I did do a small little lecture with a class on that I think is recorded. So shoot me an email, and then that way I'll double check tomorrow during the day, and if I do have it, then I'll shoot it. I'll grant you access to it so you can take a look at it. But I am working on A4, A5, and then once we have those classes written and complete, then we'll do once we teach the entire class, then we'll do a review, and then we'll put that on YouTube for you guys. So again, thank you guys for being on here. You guys are freaking awesome. As always, you guys help us better the industry by me helping you, and then you guys going out and letting everybody know how awesome we are in this industry. You guys have a great and wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope to see you guys on Friday to do a quick live and remind you guys of our Black Friday deals and all the fun stuff that you guys can pick up. So thank you guys again for being on here. Make sure you guys check out some of our new videos. And again, if you guys want to see anything specifically, drop it in one of the videos, put it in the comments, be like, hey, Oscar, make me a video on this, and then I'll see how we can help you guys out. So thank you guys again for being on here. You guys are awesome.